Hey guys, today for our 6-star justification, we're going to talk about Luna the Dark Pierret. She is an absolute beast in dungeons. If you've never seen her before, she is one of the hardest hitting monsters in the game, and she can do a ton of damage with her 3rd skill. She also brings a couple other interesting things to her kit, which makes her a great dungeons monster, especially for giants and dragons. Dragons is where she really shines. At giants, she also does a ton of damage. These are her stats right here. Base HP, not the best. Base attack, very good, 878. Base defense, pretty good at basically 550. 103 base speed. And as you can see, I got 74 crit, 157 crit damage, about plus 1400 attack, 57 speed. The big thing though is down at the bottom, that 33% accuracy. That accuracy does make a difference. Her first skill, which we're going to go to in a second, is buff removal, and so that helps get some of that off, especially on dragons. Alright, so let's talk about her skills now. So we got double shot. It was an attack by throwing 2 cards, each having a 50% chance to remove a beneficial effect. So it has got 4 skill ups and 50% chance on each attack to remove a beneficial effect. So you get 2 chances at 50% each. That's what we need a little bit of accuracy for, is hope that lands. Poison shot attacks with a magic card and inflicts continuous damage to the enemy for 3 turns with an 80% chance, which does go up to 100% chance. And it goes down to 3 turns. Very hard hitting skill. Not quite as hard as hitting as the last skill, but pretty close. And then her last skill is Dark Force, which is locks down the enemy target with the power of darkness, decreasing the target's attack bar by 50%. This attack increases your attack bar by 100% when used with full HP. And it goes down to it goes from 5 to 4 turns. So what that means is it's very similar to Economia's Resurge, where she takes a turn and then she uses her 3rd skill, and then she gets full attack bar. So other people can move in between, but it's basically like it's pseudo-violent proc. But very similar to basically she attacks and then resurges herself. Then her leader skill, which is accuracy, which doesn't really help that much for the rest of her kit, but it's kind of nice just to have an extra leader skill in there. Alright, so Awakening, she gets the leader skill. And then these are the runes I have on her right now. It's just Fatal Blade. And she is speed. She is crit damage. And she is attack. So I don't have crazy runes on her, but she gets the job done with these. And for a farming monster, they're pretty much the stats you'd want. Obviously I can power up a little bit more, but I need those runes elsewhere. So these runes do the job, and they do it pretty dang well. So we're going to go into Fame on Boss, show off what she can do, and then we're going to show her off in my dungeon runs. Alright, so here we are, Fame on Boss. We're going to go ahead and Dark Force the boss. So we got attack power and we got defense break on the boss. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so 54,800. That's pretty good, and then we're going to go ahead and Poison Shot right after, 35,000. So that's 70, 80, almost 90,000. Is 90,000? Wow. Yeah, 90,000 damage, basically, from those 2 shots, which is pretty dang nice. Very, very nice from one monster. Alright, so I'm going to go off and show my Giants team and my Dragons team that I use her in. Alright, so this is my current Dragons team. Pretty standard team with a Galleon, Verd, and Tark plus 2 damage dealers. I choose 2 single target damage dealers because that seems to get the job done the best for me at the boss stage. I've tried with some AoE monsters, but this was the most effective that it was for me anyways. So as you can see, she almost killed a crystal with Dark Force without defense break. The downside to Dark Force is if defense break is not on, it does not do a lot of damage. I mean, the damage is really, really low in comparison to some other skills. But with Tark in there, it helps get that defense break up a little bit more. Ideally, probably, I'd replace Theo with either another Tark or with like Stella, if I had her skilled up and runed. But my Stella's still missing like 5 or 6 skill ups. So we can't really do anything there. So unfortunately, unless Tark grabs us with a pull, let's say we don't have Dark Force up for the boss right now. We just literally used it. And he didn't grab her, so we grabbed Poison Shot. We don't even get to Dark Force the boss here, and that's when I get my fastest runs. And this run was, even with the mess up in the beginning, what are we going to get? So it's 102, even with me not clicking the auto and speed fast in the beginning. So 102 and 150 or 51 is my best time with this team. But the big thing is, like right there, she didn't even get to Dark Force the boss, and we were still able to kill everything fast. The big thing is the middle stage. She can basically, if she gets a Dark Force off on Zyros and then poison shots him, he basically dies. So she can basically take out Zyros by herself, and then we were able to keep going on. But the synergy of the team works really, really well, even if she doesn't get a Dark Force off on the boss. Although your times are a lot faster when she does, because she takes about half the boss's HP away. So we're going to do another run. We're going to see if we can't get her to actually Dark Force the boss, which would be nice. Some of that revolves on Tark too, because if Tark doesn't pull her, then her cooldowns aren't getting reduced, so sometimes she just doesn't have it up. So like right there, 12,000 Dark Force, no armor break, no attack buff to one of the side crystals. That's a small crystal too, but not the best damage when we're talking about no defense break. Alright, still no defense break. Yeah, so there's Dark Force without defense break. As you can see, it doesn't really do much without defense break or attack buff. But it's still fine. Everyone else is able to come through. A lot of times with my team right here currently is Galleon will time to loot like right now, which he did not do, thankfully. Or Luna will Dark Force and then do this. So this run's not going to be as smooth. Although we did get defense break up with first, which is okay. Alright, there's time to loot. So there's Dark Force, like right there. She almost took away half the boss's remaining HP. And now, of course, she's going to poison shot when immunity's up, which is fine, because we're still going to be able to get the kill through it. But it takes a big giant chunk out of the boss's HP when she does do it with time to loot up. The problem with my current team is that doesn't always happen in sync. So sometimes it syncs up, sometimes it doesn't. But that was one of those times where it did a little bit, and as you can see, it does a very good amount to the boss. So let's go ahead and take a look at my Giants team. Very, very similar setup, and basically same things happening. Alright, so this is my current Giants team. It's kind of just a mishmash of some of my better rune monsters just kind of thrown together. It's not really built to be a speed team. It does do it fast, but I mean, like for instance, Lucian's the third fastest in this team, maybe. He might be the third fastest, barely. Yeah, so like I'm not just amping waves and like going to the next one, which would increase my speed a lot in these runs, but it's what I have for the moment, because I don't really farm Giants that much, that I'm not going to make a specific team to farm something I'm not currently farming. I'm farming a lot of Necro and Dragons at the moment, because those are the runes I need. I don't really need too many runes out of Giants, so it has not been a priority. And when runs like this happen, it's just so mad. I just can't land any debuffs on the boss unless it's Galleon's armor break, I swear. It never works. But pretty much, Luna just does the same thing here. Tons of damage to the boss, hopefully, if everything gets lined up okay. We'll find out right here. We do have a defense breakdown, so she poison shotted. I think she's got Dark Force up, which is unfortunate because we did not time to loot. Nope, she does not. So this might, yeah, I'll say this might not be a good run to show, because everyone died. It's always when I record that they never do what I want them to do. But it's still an easy run, so let's try it again. And hopefully she'll actually Dark Force the boss this time. Same thing happened, Giants and Dragons. She just doesn't want to Dark Force the boss for me. But I've just been playing around with this team. The best run I have with this team is 45 seconds. That's, of course, with me actually getting an armor break on the mid-boss. He's the one that I swear, if you don't armor break him, your runs take like 30 seconds longer. Because he's just so annoying to kill without defense break here. Or if like Galleon gets frozen and then he doesn't proc and doesn't... Oh, we got an armor break. Amazing. Because right there, now Luna's actually going to do some damage. We're actually able to get past the mid-boss. I swear, that's the one thing that will get you. Lucian's going to amp here, isn't he? Nope. Okay, so we didn't have amp, which is actually not that bad. We got a defense breakout, which is good. I think we have Dark Force up. So we should be able to use it against the Giant here. So there we go. Took away half the Giant's health there. Makes kill a lot easier. So as you can see, she's so much damage against the boss. It's 57 seconds. That's not terrible. Is that so much damage against the boss makes it so much easier for you to get those kills, because all of a sudden 50% of the boss's HP is gone, especially in dragons. If she gets it off before, if she gets Dark Forces the boss before he gets immunity, just drops him 50% before immunity even hits. So a lot of times then immunity hits and the boss is already really low, and it reduces attack bar, so it's delaying his turn. You're able to get the kill before he can move with the immunity. So very, very good in... We'll roll that right now. We'll see how that goes while I keep talking. So very, very solid in what she can do. But the big thing is she's got to have defense break. So that's the downside to her, is she's not one who's going to do a ton of damage without defense break. So definitely need like Galleon or like a Tark type thing. Oh, that's unfortunate. So definitely could use like Galleon and Tark, or like Stella, but anyone that will defense break with her, because you really need that to go on. She doesn't necessarily need attack buff. Obviously, she'll do a lot more damage with attack buff, but her skills hit very little when not defense broken. It's not like Theo, who's going to hit pretty hard either way. So that's the one downside to her, but the plus sides are pretty high, where she's got buff removal first skill. She's got a dot in the second skill, which doesn't really come into play ever because it hits pretty hard. And then that third skill with the attack bar reduction, if she's at full HP this second turn, is just a lot to her kit that makes her one of the better dungeon monsters there is. Because as you can see, when she Dark Forces the boss, I mean, life's so much easier. So thank you guys for watching. If you think I was justified, then let me know. And I'll see you guys later.